Okay, so we've got the whole JCCR crew here, Marie, Winston, and me. I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, here to help you out. So we're gonna take it all off. We're taking it all off on the Bronco. So we're gonna do a full video, show you how easy it is to take the top off completely, just about, and we're gonna take the doors off. So this is gonna be a how-to video. Hopefully you have a little bit of fun watching it, so watch to the end because we will ask you your opinion because we want your input. So let's get, put the pedal to the metal and get right into it right now. So pretty simple. We've got the first buckles up front. That gives you sort of what you could say is a 3/4 open experience. You wanna go to your side? We've enjoyed the 3/4 experience. It's perfect for days in Canada where we don't know whether it's gonna rain at any given moment, but today we've got nice weather for the whole weekend. So when you have a Sasquatch, it's high up. It's not just about, we love the running boards because it's not about just getting in more easily. When you stand on the running boards, it's a lot easier to pop the top back from the outside instead of applying the contortionist from the inside. So Marie's gonna hit the gray clip on the other side so we can take it to the next step. And actually, before you do that, good thing I've got Marie, she's the smart one. She's like, we gotta take the windows off. So we'll do that right now. So what we noticed with our last Bronco is we kept putting these either in the back seat or in the trunk. And well, today we've got a cooler, like many people will have in the hot summer. So we've got a huge cooler to put in the back seat. So we're not stacking the doors back there, and we're not stacking these back there either. But tip, this is plastic. Don't be fooled. You pile them one on top of the other, you're gonna drive around, things are gonna move around, they will end up getting scratched. And so far, we've been pretty lucky. We're scratch free. So we're gonna put these away in the garage in just a moment. Now, of course, we're doing this all on grass in case if we were to drop a door, well, there'll be less damage. Another idea is if you have cardboard, especially cardboard with a little bit of subframe in it, so like kind of padded cardboard, you leave that underneath your door just in case you drop one. So unclip, take the Velcro off, take the front off first. So take the front off, give it a little bit of loose. So you pull it back a little. Now that there's a little bit of loose, this is gonna come out that much easier. Now, you don't want to yank on it too hard, but you do need a little bit of pressure when getting this back piece to unclip. So we're not stacking them, we're making sure not to fold over the windows. I'm gonna take that one straight in. Well, branches will scratch the window.
But it was not the window.
Into the garage.
It was the corner.
Oh, careful. So now Marie is hitting that gray clip, and you can see it unclips this side as well. And we're putting it back together to really make sure it doesn't catch. So Marie covered it already on the other side, but when you do get to the bottom, you need to push down to clip it. If you're not clipped, if you don't push down, give it a little push. If you don't push down, it's not gonna clip in. And if you're driving around and you hit a bump, guess what? Well, your top's gonna pop back open and you'll look like you're going full send. And you never wanna go full send. You can go you can send it 90% of the way, but don't surpass the limits of the vehicle. And that does include even, the framework for the top. You don't want to be damaging that. So now we've got the bag here. Marie's being super gentle to open it. And I don't know if her plans were to recycle it, but now it's gone.
We'll do the other side.
So she just slams that Velcro on real easy.
It's on the smaller part, so don't try to put it there. It won't be that long. And you see, you have a tissue here so it won't scratch the paint on the metal. So that's the right place to put it. Like that. Easy, like that.
And do you want to double check to make sure that it is clipped down?
Yeah. This side is clipped.
Yeah.
And this side too. So when you clip it anyway, you will hear a click. You will really hear it, so no mistake to do.
Always good to double check.
Yeah. Now we'll need the keys to put the windows down.
That's my department.
Yeah, you have it. Thank you.
So we use these little baggies for our keys because it's got a metal lining so that someone cannot come and steal our vehicles by copying the code. So every night we go to bed and those keys are in that little sack. So you got to put the windows down before taking the doors off. So this is the doors off section. Is that good, Winston? You agree? You're looking forward to this doors off action?
You need the tool kit that you will have in the hand glove compartment to remove the doors. So you put down the windows and you check to remove the 2 screws up and down. Disconnect first the wiring in the door.
Cool.
So you won't forget it.
So let's go zoom in on that right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna squeeze by you. So you wanna open your door fully to the full open position and you wanna unclip right here. Well, I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, so let's get Marie to maybe hold this camera for us.
See that? Easy like that, and you will have a little trap that will close so you won't put dirt in the plug.
And how many times have you practiced this, Marie?
It was the first time.
It was the first time?
You just have to.
So it was easy? You hit the easy button and the clip came out?
Yeah.
But it was kind of like 2 hands because you have to slide off a little holder and then just pull straight out. But there's a little holder to hold it in place that you just have to push back. We'll show you on another door. So a little bit better of an angle here. We'll let Marie take over. So you've got that little, there you go. So do you want to explain what you did there?
I just
pulled out, but you had to push that little clip back towards the engine bay.
Yeah, it could help because it's the same circumference than that, so it could, you need to push it a little to be able to move it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, of course, this is our Outer Banks. So Marie brought up the point today that when we get home, we have to put the doors all back on because we don't have the vinyl interior. So the
Badland was the best for that. Vinyl grade marine grade, sorry.
Yeah, you prefer the Badlands, don't you?
Yeah, because at night if you forget the door open, when you remove it or the top, if there's a little bit of water, you're
condensation.
Fine.
Yeah, vinyl can get a little bit of rain on it, a little bit of condensation. Leather though, it's a skin, right? So it's gonna breathe it all up. Let's follow Marie along here. Got plugs on all doors.
And make sure you always do the things in the same way, the same steps, so you won't forget something if you have a routine.
Now, just to save a little bit of my dignity, Marie is going to allow me to be the one that takes the doors off and plays with the tools. Mind you, she would have done it as well or better. And who knows, maybe halfway through this, she'll have to take over.
But anyway, I don't want it to be my fault if a door falls. Will be yours. Need to push a mirror to the front, yeah, to have more place. Yeah.
Cool.
So you won't break anything.
Do you secretly want to take over the tooling? You can take over the tooling
You'll
if you
do
want.
I'll tell you what to do. Okay. You're good.
Now, when I take these bolts out, the doors are going to stay in place, correct?
Supposed to.
I'm just not strong enough to do it by hand, I guess. I have to get it really started. Now, I probably shouldn't do this in sandals, but because then I might drop a door and break a toe. so I should probably wear shoes for this, but it is smoking hot out. Tall bolt from underneath. So for the top bracket, the higher bracket, it's a longer bolt, shorter bolt for the bottom bracket. The bottom bracket goes from the top. The top bracket, the screw comes in from the bottom. So everything's inversed, but you just check your wrench before doing it. You know, I'm explaining this obviously if you're watching and you're not a mechanic or you've never toyed around with a socket before.
If something happened.
Oh God.
The trees.
This is why I was cutting
It's not a
branches
good
earlier. Maggie
place.
was wondering why I had the chainsaw out on a beautiful day. It's about almost 30 degrees and here I am chainsawing. Well, because I don't like running our heads into the branches around the place. But these bags are pretty easy. They give you a little image so you know exactly which bag goes for which door. Now, we're normal people, so we're not gonna spend a whole bunch of time harnessing this up in the back because as relatively normal people, well, we're going somewhere with a cooler because it's the weekend. Do you want to bag up? Or the front doors are about, they're about 55 pounds or so. The back doors are close to 50 pounds. So Marie could take these off. What do you think?
Yeah. It's supposed to be easy at 1%.
You're gonna want to keep the inside of your bag very clean. So when you take your doors off, don't put muddy doors away in the bag because as you're carrying it and it's moving around, if there's mud on those doors, it's essentially going to act as sandpaper. That is a must know. Don't be fooled. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, just throw the doors in the bags anytime. It's super easy. Yeah, it's super easy, but your doors need to be clean. The top is for the mirror part.
So Johnny, yeah, you see that? So you just need to, I don't want to scratch anything.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
The best is to do that 2% together, I guess. But
well, I could put the camera down.
Yeah, it could be a great idea.
Yeah, better to do 2 people, otherwise that zipper can also scratch the paint.
And it's more better if it's the first time you do it 2% together. When you will do that often, you can do it alone. But...
Okay, so we got a zipper all around. That's why we're going to be 2 people for this. I'm going to kind of guide the outside here. On the other side, we want to be 2 watching that the zipper doesn't scratch anything. As always, keep the interiors of these bags extremely clean, meaning put your doors away clean. So Marie, why don't you tell them about the handles? There's a handle down here on the bag.
So most important to take the handles that you have here and you have few in the side to help you. So you'll make sure you won't let the door fall. So normally you're supposed to be able to do that alone.
Yeah, normally, because it's...
But for the first time, we'll do that together.
Yeah, it's about 55, 60 pounds. This is honestly the first time. So we want to show you that you can just watch this video and just like us, do it on the first shot. So we lift it straight up. Now that it's off, you know, you can do it on your own, but it's almost a 2-arm operation. So this is why I'm doing it in the grass. If I was in the rocks, I would have now damaged the door. So we'll finish zipping up this door here.
Fits perfectly.
Fits perfect in the bag, and then you know you can be 2 people, but I'm not a weak guy, and I'd say it's a bit of a workout. Okay, so now we've got pretty easy back passenger door, and the design actually shows you that where this would go. Winston, no. The design actually shows you where the door would go if we were stacking them in the back. We are safely putting them away in the garage. We've got rubber floor all over our garage, rubber mat, I guess, roll that we installed. So there's a bit of cushioning. And anyways, we're putting these doors down very carefully. So zipper up on this one. triangle of the bag fits on the triangle of the window. Zipper on the top, because if we were zipping on the bottom, more chance that the zipper would catch the paint. You ready, hon?
You unscrewed it?
I unscrewed it, yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So we lifted straight up. Now we're gonna, while Marie holds it, showing off her incredible strength.
But the way that it's made, you can put the door down too at the place that you want it. So if you want to put it in the trunk, you can put it there and be able to do it all along to zip the door.
I think I'll bring it back to the garage. That's kind of heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, you're sure? Okay.
I
just needed to switch the handles. And it's very important to put that back so you won't search for it. But I'll let John do it because I didn't see which one goes where. So that's a good thing to check before removing it to remember which one will go.
Keep in mind how you took your doors off. So we fully opened the doors because when we put them back down, for them to fit, for the the pin to fit in here, the holder, we're gonna need to put them down at the same angle. So we took them off at full open. Now the little one goes on the bottom. And the big one comes from underneath, but as you can see, when you're putting them back, when we're reinstalling them, they're gonna screw from underneath. But for now, if we want them to hold there, we put them through the top, and I don't think we'll hit any bumps big enough to knock that out. The way I drive, who knows? Who knows what speeds we'll go and what jumps we'll go over, so we'll leave them in the glove compartment box. Okay, so we're gonna go quickly unscrew these bolts. So for the zipper bag here, I'm making sure to hold this end up so that the zipper isn't dragging along the door.
It's stuck. It's in the corner there. You really need to slide it, how can I say that? In a straight line so it won't block.
And the best way so that you don't scratch your paint, obviously we have a paint protector at the bottom of this vehicle, so it's got plastic covering, but just the same, at the bottom of the bag, on the outside paint side of the door, I had my thumb holding the bottom for the zipper, and I was also holding it at the top. And I was sliding it and watching that zipper to make sure I don't run the zipper along the length of the door, because that is a bit of a weakness. A real downside to the system is if you're not careful, you will damage your doors. You'll either drop them or you'll just scratch them up with the zipper. So trick, thumb down at the bottom of the bag, hand over and around that bag, and you slide it, holding on to that zipper.
So it's the same thing for this door. The last one, it's more quicker each time we remove one. We have confidence that nothing will break. We already tried it, so it goes quick now.
Now, another little trick, if you're wondering what direction the bag goes in, you can always look for the triangle piece of the bag, and also the bottoms have this nice padded rubber to protect it, to help protect it. I still wouldn't put this down in a gravel driveway. There, hold the zipper. So I'm putting my hand on the inside of the bag here, and my other hand here, and as always, of course,
yeah, I removed my ring.
yeah, and I should have removed my watch.
Oh. Be easier to carry all this.
Now, that's another great example. Again, as careful as we've been, that zipper on the bottom of the door would have been scratching up at least the clear coat, not the paint, but the clear coat would have been getting scratched. But I've got a very thick clear tape, protective paint tape on the bottom of my vehicle, so this is just another great use for it. And of course, well, we all know Broncos like to kick up some rocks. So yeah, definitely get the clear protector, is worth it.
Is that better? Ah, burns.
Did you burn your butt?
Winston, wanna ride? Yeah. Up.
Okay, so obviously Winston here is going to want a ride in the Bronco. This is an amazing machine. We've had a ton of fun with it, and yes, we do have paint protector, clear paint protector for our feet and our buddy, our boy here, Winston, when he gets in and out of the vehicle, so he didn't scratch the paint. But this was actually a really simple process. This was absolutely our first time. We got through it with on a 0 being unbelievably easy to 10 being difficult. Marie, why don't you rate this one?
I'm surprised. It's correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say it's more easy to remove the door than put back the windows at the back.
Yeah, putting back the windows at the back, that is a process, and you need to have watched a video, and you need to not be doing it right as it's getting dark or when you're in a rush because a huge storm is on the way. So plan it out. Pick a nice day. Now we're going to show you, just to finish up this video, something really important, something you have to know, and it's in the garage. Basically all 4 doors. Most people don't have the space to lay down each door, and if you do lay them down, make sure you're laying them down not on paint side, but on panel side. So the inside panel, that can lay on the ground. But if you're going to be stacking them at a slight angle, you don't want to put all 4 doors at an angle, because if so, you've got the weight of 3 doors pushing up against that last door. You don't want to take the chance that your panel dents in. So we'll go check that out and we'll show that to you. In the meantime, well, we're going to thank you so much for watching. Please do share this content. It really does help grow the channel, help, hit that like button to get the word out there, and do subscribe if it's not already done. And we'll see you probably in the next live session. Take care. Gonna go for your ride, Winston? You're going to be a cool Bronco pup. You have anything you want to say to the camera?
He said thank you for the steaks. Thank you, member.
Yeah, the members. Winston got steak from each of the members. He got a mouthful of steak from each member. So here we didn't want to put all the doors against the one. So we've also stacked the windows inside of the windows down, because we definitely don't want to scratch the outside right there, and we didn't pile them. So they each have their own little spot. We've got very little remaining space we have left in the garage. Sorry for the mess, guys. Trying to do work on the MR2. So you see, we didn't want to stack all doors together so that that front door has a ton of the first door weight on it. Oops, still have the toolkit from the Bronco we sold. And the old MR2. Now, an official. Wish you all more cars and more power. Do hope that your vehicle that you've ordered comes in soon. I've got a ton of videos on how to price protect your vehicle when you do order it, what price to expect, build-in prices. So, well, I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, and I am here to help. And to sign off, I'll say I hope you get to put the pedal to the metal like we're about to. Take care.